now that you've taken those 3 or 4 minutes to read through that section, I'm going to give you a index card. So again, you're going to get one of 4 choices: multiple choice, matching, fill in the gap, true, false, not given. We'll look down at these types of we'll write down these types of questions and let's just talk a little bit about what are these different question types. As you are advanced students, I'm going to just actually give you some examples based on this reading text. So if you want to go to page 2 on the Word document that says index cards and question types, we can see that we have several examples here. So for multiple choice, I've said basic skills of a language include, and I've given 4 choices. Most multiple choice questions for reading have 3 or 4 choices. One choice is usually either obviously wrong, or as the students read through it, see that it's not fitting with the question. But 2 or 3 of the other choices often are very accurate and seem to fit in with what the question is. So with this question that I have, we can see from the reading passage at the top of page 97, under language learner strategies, we look at the list of choices of what basic skills mean. And so you can decide what your answer would be from that question. For true, false, not given, true, false questions are common, and many students look at the information and say, yeah, this is right or this is wrong based on the sentence. However, not given is something that's often in IELTS, and it's something that's can be confusing. So what I'm going to have you look at is, let's just look at these 3 types. So with question number 1, it says, when students respond to a reading comprehension question, they are using a variety of strategies. Well, when I look through my text, so I'd be scanning through looking for a sentence that gives that information, I see that it says, hence, in responding to a reading comprehension item, this is towards the last paragraph of the passage at the end, the bottom of background, page 97, the respondents may well be drawing from their repertoire of reading strategies. So there's a few vocabulary words in that sentence that I may or may not know, but the main keywords from that sentence are there. So I read through it again and say, is this true or is this false or not given? So they are using a variety of strategies. That's what this sentence says. So I would choose true. With question number 2, where it says experts do not agree that the usefulness of strategies depends on specific learners, I would look for that information, and I see that towards the top of page 97, in the first paragraph, last sentence, it says, there was agreement. The effectiveness of strategy use depends on the particular learners. And so when I look through here, this question is false. Experts do not agree, but the passage in that sentence says there was agreement among the experts. The not given types of questions are the most confusing for students. So in this section it says, assessment specialists mainly focus on test validation in the past. So I'm seeing a couple of key words here. Assessment specialists, what do they mainly focus on, and what this was in the past. So as I'm reading through this passage, on the bottom of page 96, it talks about, in the second paragraph, it says, at that time there was only a small group of assessment specialists who were concerned that claims of test validity required attention. So it talks about assessment specialists, but it's talking about a small group, so not mainly or mostly. But when I read through the rest of this, there's no information talking about that most of them focused on test validation, whether it's in the past or the present. So in this question, I'm not going to answer false, because it is parts of this question are talked about, the assessment specialist, but I would answer not given, because it talks about what some focused on, some assessment specialists, but there's no information given what many of them focused on in the past. So I can't answer this question because the information's not from this passage. It might be true or false, but it's not written or given, that answer's not given in this passage.